Yeah, in Kuwait with all the mods.
Oh, we played a whole lot of cards, dominoes, we played hearts, spades. Those are the really common ones because, you know, they're 4-player, so
Yeah.
like, you can get more people in the game. What else did we do? We had stupid stuff. We just kind of messed with each other. On my, we had a tech van while we were there, and this was in Kuwait before we even went anywhere. We're just sitting there and we have our tech shop set up and we're just waiting for gear to come in, and you know, nothing was coming because there was no one doing nothing. And we got bored, so we put up a drive-through sign on it. We put up a help wanted sign and all kinds of silly stuff like that. Take pictures with guns because, you know, you gotta do your I'm a tough guy thing. Here you go, Mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly you just kind of hung around, and you know, you might do some PT or something. Go over, you know, the mock year procedure I just told you.
Yeah.
You just make sure you got everything you need and everything's laid out and ready to go.
What were some of the other procedures that you were supposed to memorize, and was it just?
See, one that's related to the mock year. If for some reason you weren't able to get your mock year on in time, or you think you might not have, and you're starting to feel like symptoms that you might have gotten some bad stuff in you, you have these two syringe kind of things where you just, like automatic, you just push them right in your ass, and the needle will shoot out and just, you know, spurt a bunch of stuff into you that'll keep you from dying, and then you got to put another one in you to keep that one from killing you. And, yeah, so that's another procedure. You know, a lot of it just comes into stuff that just becomes so automatic to you, just being in, you know, you just following orders, and, you know, contact with, doing what you got to do.
Yeah. Johan said you sprained your ankle on your
Constantly. When I was in Iraq, I did it. We were running with our mop gear on, and I was wearing jungle boots, and I hit a rock, and my ankle kind of went. And yeah, so I was on crutches for 2 weeks, but that was before the war started, so it wasn't a big deal.
What are jungle boots?
They're boots that have there's more breathing that goes on, and I guess they're called jungle boots because, you know, if you're in the jungle, you need your air to get to your feet easier. And combat boots are just, you know, you take your feet out of combat boots, it's like you got raisins for toes, so just to keep your feet good.
So the uniforms that you wore is just what I guess you see in the movies, just the just camo?
Yeah, the camouflage is pretty much all you needed, yeah. Like in the military, most of the time you're wearing camis, and that's just like the uniform of the day. And you can pull out your good stuff when there's a parade, or you know, you got a Marine Corps ball to go to or something. Other than that, you know, things are just sitting in your closet waiting.
Yeah. So what like I don't really know much about like the ranking system, but how did you become a sergeant at the end?
I just made sure I did a good job on my job, and I did what I was told, and yeah, it was really easy for me. Like I was in a good MOS to get promoted because a lot of people will get out with the technology kind of MOSs, and so I had that kind of upward pressure to pull me up. And they actually made a mistake when I made corporal. They were merging some MOSs, and when they were messing with it, my primary MOS when I first started was 2811, and they did this merging thing, and before they put me over into being a 2847, which is what they were merging me to, the score dropped for 2811 to like 1200, and you know, a normal score to get promoted would be around 1600 or so, something around there. And pretty much at that point, if you were just time eligible to get promoted, you just got promoted. So like there's just mass promotions in the comm field, and but the next promotion I got for sergeant, that one I actually earned. So yeah, got to feel good getting promoted. on purpose.
So, from Kuwait, you made the journey to Baghdad.
Mm-hmm.
What was that journey like? It's a pretty
It was long. We stopped for weeks in between different spots. The spot in Baghdad I was at was it was actually a little bit south of Baghdad. I think it was a Fiat factory, and I ended up picking up this. It was a hubcap about that big, I think. Maybe it was top of something, I don't know. But I took that back with me just because I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was Baghdad like?
Kind of dirty. A lot of buildings and people. Yeah. Yeah. Like I only saw it really from the outside, because I didn't actually go through Baghdad. I had a lot of buddies that did, but I went right up to the edge and turned around and came back.
How did you get around? Like, was it?
Convoys. Everything you do in a war zone is all in groups. You're never alone, and that's kind of one of the things I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I had we had these 5-ton trucks, and there's nothing here 5 tons. They're big, and you'd have like 30 guys sitting in the back of them and be riding through and doing that kind of stuff. And you have Humvees, and the whole time you're riding around, you're providing security. So you got your rifle hanging over the side, and you're looking around for danger, any kind of threat.
Mm-hmm.
And a few times I was the guy that's always on the news on top of the truck with the machine gun, and he's doing this thing. Yeah. So a bad spot to be. You got a big target on your head when you're that guy. But luckily, I never had to do anything with that one either. So it was kind of just crappy having the hot wind in your face the whole time you're driving.
Yeah.
But convoys.
Yeah. So just like any other stories or something that were just like to wrap up.
We got Cuban cigars. I guess that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
We had near beer, the Budweiser non-alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
So we'd smoke these Cuban cigars and drink a fake beer and pretend we were home. And, that was kind of something. The stores that we were able to get over there were kind of crazy. Like you get like a CD collection that becomes available at the store. And all of a sudden, everybody's CD collection is pretty much the same because you all shop at the same store and have the same options. So we had that, and it was crazy. You could buy like PlayStations and Nintendos, and it was wild.
So they had a lot of technology there.
Not a lot. Like it wasn't really common that someone would go and buy a TV. But mostly people had laptops, and they'd be like government issue laptops, but we'd be watching Friends on them for the 5th time. A lot of Friends was watched over there. Made you feel normal.
So you fixed the equipment that like the.
I fixed telephones, computers, switchboards, and printers.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
A lot of it over there was kind of like to cannibalize one thing to make one other thing work, and because the parts were kind of hard to get. Yeah. And if someone really needed it fixed and brought it to you, it's because they needed it right now. Mission critical kind of thing. And so there's a lot of pillaging going on. You gotta not pillaging. Probably edit that out. It's an insensitive word. So it's pretty much just a lot of cannibalizing of one part to another part.
Alright, well.
Thank
is
you
there
very much.
anything you would like to add?
Yeah.
This is the scripting part again. Sorry.
War was a bad idea. We shouldn't have gone. Now that we're there, support your troops, get them home safe, and choose better wars next time.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright.